We now come to our dear friend Natsuko. She's from Japan, and as I see, we see the what is it? Fuji, Mount Fuji in the background.
Yes, hello. This is today's picture. It's
oh,
fine
wow.
day.
You remember that we all together were in Berlin in the Potsdam place, and they have this building which is built like the Mount Fuji. I sent you a picture. I was there last time, yeah?
Yeah.
It's always a nice remembrance. Yeah. We're a little bit ahead of time, but there's a lot to say about Natsuko. She's a dear friend of Dave and me. Thank you very much, Dave, for introducing me to her. My various travels to Tokyo, she was a great, great host. Natsuko, thank you so much. You showed me the mountains, you showed me Tokyo, you showed me Yokohama. I saw the Ferris University. It was really, really great. So today we have with us Dr. Natsuko Uchida from the Ferris University in Yokohama. And please all congratulate, she just received her PhD. She is a doctor by now, according to German terms. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She does wonderful things. She researched about PBL-based introductory program courses, designing a curriculum for general informatics education. This means non-information technology experts, so-called beginners, learn to program very easily. 2 years ago in Suderburg, she gave the presentation to our students and they all loved her. She submitted a paper together with Professor Dr. Yasushi Kuno from Tokyo, the University of Electrocommunication. Yasushi, if you listen, we wish you all the best, a lot of health. You just recovered from a severe illness, and we are very, very happy that you are with us, that you are at this conference. You submitted a paper with Natsuko, and we wish you the best health and be with us for the future conferences to come. Natsuko, we are now exactly 10:40. We are in German time precision, and the floor is yours.
So hello. So again, so my name is Natsuko. So I'm in Yokohama now. So my school is for women's school. It's one of the oldest university in Japan. So this year is 151 years anniversary. So Ferris, we have 3 faculties. About 2,500 students studying in school, but we don't have an IT and science faculties. So today, a presentation in increasing the digital trust by introductory programming education with PBL for non-IT students. So due to the information revolution brought about by the environment of information device and the rapid spread of the internet, information, and communication technologies, which were previously used only by a limited number of people, mainly professionals, have penetrated the lives of the ordinary people. In this information society, ICT is used for solving various problems to improve people's lives. However, solving the issue around us cannot be handled only by a group of IT specialists. It is necessary for the diverse people to share their knowledge, cooperate, and interact with each other to resolve them. So, in developing the better society, engineers and non-engineers need to understand each other and cooperate with them. So, to promote better to life in the future in information society, basic knowledge of informatics is necessary regardless of the field of specialization. As one of them, we believe that basic programming knowledge is essential, and we promote introductory programming education that everyone should learn. Our introductory programming curriculum is designed not only to provide students with the knowledge how to write programs, but also to provide them with the knowledge to develop software through a combination with projects. By learning the concept of programming and a software development project and enhancing their basic knowledge, we believe that students will deepen their interest in digital trust. So I show background and purpose. So I introduced in Japanese programming education in elementary school started in April 2020. In April 2021, the course of study of junior high school were revised. 1 year later, in April 2022, the course of study for high school will be revised, and all students will be required to learn programming. In addition, the subject of information has been added the common test for university admission in 2025. With this change, programming education has been systematically set as mandatory education. However, in higher education, there is no required course, and each university is doing on its own curriculum. Japan's Ministry of Education surveyed 750 universities in 2016. Many schools set IT classes as electives. The contents of the class are keyboarding and how to use Office productive tool. Curriculum are left up to each university, so it is difficult to change and systemize them. Especially in women's college that do not offer IT measures, such as my school Ferris, students go out in the world without having the opportunity to learn programming. That's today's college students go out in the society without having the opportunity to learn programming knowledge. So we have another problem. Women's interest in IT. In the PISA 2018 survey of female students, the question was, do you expect to work in an ICT-related profession? Only one Japanese girl answered yes. This is the lowest result among 15 years old female students in 63 countries. One of the reasons for this seems to be that parents and the teachers unconsciously have a bias against women. Other influences, such as not being good at math, or that program are men's job. Or that programmer are men's job, may be blocking the women's interest and the potential. Therefore, we need to create an environment to encourage women's interest in ICT field. So I think our missions. We have 3 missions for women. Is these. So what kind of learning experience in the essentials? Until high school education is mainly based on testing the knowledge of individual students. In higher education, which is connecting the real world, I believe it is necessary to provide an environment where a student can learn practically based on the knowledge they have acquired up to high school. For this reason, I propose to build an interactive learning environment with team projects. So I introduced my lesson method. There are many things to remember to the learning of the programming. It starts with a teacher explaining the text in details. And the first program is an example of displaying the hello world on the screen. The last is the test. We will this way of studying help students acquire and utilize them programming knowledge. In my class, students write the code for the first lesson. I didn't test. I focused on shaping what they want to make. Also interested in the working alone. They work as a team. I make minimize the basic knowledge contents and summarize in a 3 to 6 lesson. After that, they work on a project with the team and utilize that knowledge. This is the curriculum we designed. We divided the two parts, programming part and the project part. We add a module of software development project as PBL. We wanted to study to not only acquire programming knowledge, but also to experience how to utilize it. In the first half, students learned the basic programming. Here, we focus on the control structure and the abstraction. To consideration the knowledge learned in the first half, students will work individually on the midterm assessment. In the second half of the course, lesson 7 to 15, 3 to 4 students will work as a team. In this part of the course, we have added the software development project element. Developing software is difficult for novice students, so we decided to design a picture as a software. In the project, each team member is responsible for each part of the picture and integrate them to complete the project. Then, in addition to drawing picture, they will design and commercialize nail sticker and t-shirts. So in addition to this, students create animation to show off their products. In this way, even novice can learn the basic of programming and an overview of the software development. Visual language such as Scratch are often used in introductory level education, but we use Ruby to gain a deeper understanding of how computer works. The drawing materials prepared by the teacher side are easy to understanding visually, and the students help each other and their classmates to adapt. Over the course of the 15 lessons, students will learn not only how to write code, but also how to share data, create documents, and make presentations. This is a part of the teaching materials to use a shape, circle, and a rectangle, and triangles, etc. Then this slide is an example of 4 students creating their own part and integration them into a single picture. The team divides the picture into different parts and assign the role of them, integrate the resulting parts into a library for use at other parts. In this example, one scene is present by the part of created can be used for animation and other pictures. In this way, students can experience them building and project management, including understanding the importance of data structures and understanding their own and others' responsibilities. So this is one of post results. They make a theme is Yokohama, so make animation and the stickers. This is the stickers. I show the 4 teams one. So they make an animation and then below side. So in our final report, I asked the student what they had learned from taking the class 15 times. I did the text mining analysis of these description answers. The results are shown here. It is presentation. In this presentation, I will not show the data on programming, but I think this figure shows the effect of the team project in addition to the programming knowledge. So I attended the follow-up on the student after they took the class. I would like to point out that we have not yet collected data for the large number of students. And since this is a pilot survey, it has not been researched in depth. It is a description online survey, and we received 12 response. We asked the question, how is a class beneficiation? This is a result of survey. They get the development problem-solving skills utilized in problem-solving projects and to do the minimum necessary initial response by oneself, and the communication and the sharing information as a team. So I introduced the practice of combining introductory programming education with PBL. In an information-oriented society, technology alone cannot solve many problems, and various people must work together. Through this class, the students have gained a deeper understanding that IT knowledge is essential for their work, even if they do not become engineers, and that they can work together with engineers. A follow-up survey after the class showed that the proposed curriculum was influential for writing programs and acquire knowledge and competency for working in the digital society. Also, a full-fledged follow-up survey will conduct shortly. I found that the basic knowledge has broadened their interest in computer and helped them in their post-employment activities. We want to continue our research to see how digital trust is affected by our proposed programming curriculum. If you are interested in our case studies, please see the Ruby World Conference 2020's data. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natsuko. As always, a great presentation. I know that the students at Suderburg loved the work you do. Actually, I have to say, I love the other presentation you did before on the computers and the tea ceremony much more with the videos. I still remember this. We presented together in Bohol and in Mindanao.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like the tea ceremony. I really miss it.
Thank you.
So,
if we have a chance, I sure again.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us from Japan. Tell Professor Yasushi Kuno all the best.
Yes.
We love to have him again.
Yeah.
I remember it was a great time we had in Germany, and we ate how many times asparagus? I think it was a 7-day trip, and we ate 8 times asparagus. Thank you very much again for Natsuko from Japan, from Yokohama, and Mount Fuji is in snow, as we can see. And we wish you all the best. No earthquakes. I always follow this because last time I visited you, I was sleeping in Tokyo in the 29th floor in the hotel, and there was an earthquake of the strength of 5 point something, and I know it came from Yokohama, and there it was 6 point something, and it's really scary, I have to say. I wish you health and security at all times, Natsuko.
Thank you so much. I hope to, I'm waiting, you will come back.